Hi everybody! Today is August 29th, 2017. I hope that you're all doing well. I hope you're staying dry. I'm praying for the people in Texas for sure. I feel terrible. But today I'm making a video about Tysabri, Ocrevus, T cells, and B cells. And as many of you already know, I am switching from taking Tysabri to Ocrevus because I am JC positive and I have a high titer. And basically that means that I have a relatively high chance of developing a fatal brain infection. So even though I absolutely love Tysabri because I haven't had any progression of MS in over 9 years, I am switching medications for safety precautions. When I'm scared about making a change and tackling the unknown, I start doing research and I try to get answers to the questions that I have. I read articles from trusted sources and I ask people questions that are in a similar situation that I'm in. And when I do that, it really helps put my mind at ease because I know that I'm not the only one. Which is why I love these videos, because I think we all help each other, and it's awesome. So the three main questions that I had are, what are T cells and B cells, and what do they have to do with MS? How are Tysabri and Ocrevus similar, and how are they different? And does there need to be a washout period between stopping Tysabri and starting Ocrevus? Okay, so the first question, what are T cells and B cells, and what do they have to do with MS? T cells and B cells are white blood cells that are critical in the immune system. They play different roles, but they both help the body eliminate invaders. But there are also autoreactive T cells and B cells that are produced by an organism, and they act against its own cells or tissues. So autoreactive is a related term of autoimmune. It's very frustrating. These cells are presumed to be key mediators of the inflammatory process that cause MS. They are thought to be activated in the peripheral immune system and cross the blood-brain barrier into the central nervous system. Then they attack the myelin sheath. Well, this is thought to interfere with the ability of neurons to send signals between the brain and the body. When your brain cannot communicate with the nerves and muscles the way that it's supposed to, various symptoms can occur. So that's how all of our symptoms happen, because the brain can't communicate with different parts of the body. Okay, the second question. How are Tysabri and Ocrevus similar, and how are they different? Tysabri and Ocrevus are similar because they're both monoclonal antibodies, and they're also both administered by an infusion. Now, I had to give myself shots for 5.5 years, and I was in college for 4 of those 5.5 years, and it was horrible. I hated it. And I'm not even afraid of needles, and I'm not afraid of blood, but giving myself shots when I was at school was awful. So getting an infusion is like, I don't know, it's me time. I get to read, I get to check email, I get to talk to people. I love it. I do. I love it, and it's helping me. So, okay, back to my script. Tysabri, this is how they're different. Tysabri is designed to prevent immune cells from moving from the bloodstream across the blood-brain barrier into the brain and spinal cord. And it obviously is very effective because I haven't had any new lesions and no progression of MS in over 9 years. So it definitely works in that regard. Ocrevus is a molecule that is able to very specifically stick to another molecule called CD20, which is expressed on the surface of B cells of the immune system. B cells are best known for making antibodies. Normally, B cells make antibodies that attack foreign invaders that I mentioned before and help get rid of them. But B cells can sometimes make antibodies that attack our own body. That's very frustrating. By carefully studying patients before and after treatment, it was determined that B cells of MS patients abnormally influence T cells, making them more aggressive. So, MS attacks are driven by interactions between B cells and T cells, which is why eliminating B cells with Ocrevus is so effective against relapses. It's exciting. Okay, the third question. Does there need to be a washout period between stopping Tysabri and starting Ocrevus? Well, I called Genentech, which is the company that manufactures Ocrevus. I specifically wanted to ask this question because I'm very, it's just scary. It's messing with my mind to switch medications. They told me that it is entirely up to my doctor's discretion because he knows my body, how I'm doing with MS better than anyone else. I saw him recently and he told me that I don't need a washout period because the two medications work very differently. And I just explained to you, they do work very differently, and that made sense to me. So I agreed with him. But I also wanted to see what other people are doing. What's going on? What are they doing? Because this is really scary. So I turned to the Facebook group, Tysabri to Ocrevus, that I mentioned in my last video. And I asked everyone what they did. Well, there were all types of responses. So everyone is doing something different. Some people had no washout period. Some people waited for a few months. But most people that responded said that they had their last Tysabri infusion, and when it was time for their next Tysabri infusion, they just started taking Ocrevus. So, what am I going to do? Well, I'm actually waiting for my insurance company right now to approve me taking Ocrevus. And I've signed all of the necessary paperwork. I've done everything I have to do. Now I am just waiting. And when I get to the point of starting, I will talk to my neurologist and we will decide what I should do. And I'm scared. I'm really scared, but I really do think it's for the best. And I trust my neurologist. I think that he knows what he's talking about. He's really smart. So we'll see what happens. I'm scared, but it's gonna be okay. I will let you guys know. I will definitely tell you, and I hope that you're all doing well. I hope you're staying dry. I really hope everyone in Houston is doing okay, and I will talk to you soon. Okay, bye.